Like, think about it. When Jesus begins his ministry, who does he eat with? Tax collectors and prostitutes. Jesus touches lepers. He goes to the woman who has been unclean for 12 years, and she's healed. Jesus doesn't surround himself with people of power because he needs to be powerful. Jesus is supremely powerful. Therefore, he doesn't need to defend his throne, and thus he is merciful and kind to the weak and the downtrodden. I mean, think about this for a moment. What are the odds of later today you picking up the phone and say, I think I'll call the President of the United States? We'll have a little chit-chat. I'll tell him about my day. He'll tell me about his day. Or what are the odds of him just going, you know, I need to call you today. Your name just kind of coming across his desk and him going, oh, Nick Jackson. Well, I haven't called him lately. I should probably check in on him. Make sure he's doing well. Maybe see if there's anything I can do for him. I mean, it's pretty much not going to happen, right? Why? There's a lot of reasons. One, we're just too insignificant. And I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. He's got a lot more important things to do than necessarily worry about my day, what I did today, when I got up, what I ate. But also, not only that we are insignificant, but we're really just not important enough. And we're not going to advance his position and his power and any of his goals. And not trying to necessarily say anything bad about the president in that way, but that's typical of our worldly kings and kingdoms. But when we look at the life of Jesus, what do we see? Everyone who comes to him, he has time for him. Blind men on the way to Jericho cry, oh, son of David. Everyone else is like, hey, be quiet. You're blind. Nobody cares about you. And Jesus stops and heals them. Jesus tells the crowds to let their children run to him. Those who are absolutely the most insignificant people in the kingdom. And he says, let them run to me, and I will spend time to them. In fact, if you do not come to me like a child, then you have no place in my kingdom, Jesus says. What we need to know is that Jesus is a kind and merciful shepherd. He knows every single one of his sheep. He sees you, he knows you, he loves you, and he cares for you. There's no one too small or too insignificant to be ignored by King Jesus.